back up slowly and rock it back in place. Then give just a little extra push to make sure it's set, and then we should be able to move forward and plow again. There was something under there, and I'm sure that something is a rock. Come on. Well, don't stop right in front of me. Are you a dog or a cat? Morning and welcome back to Rolling Hills Farm. Dave here. You can see I'm sitting in the Kubota skid steer. And we're headed out this morning to a new field that we're going to plow that ultimately will be planted in oats. But before we can do that, we have a bunch of rocks to move and some brush to cut. Here, before I get plowing, I brought my rock expert, Dawn, and she'll take care of the rocks that we know about so far. You see, we've gone around, we've flagged every rock that we've found, and she's slowly digging them out so we can plow through here. Now this one was a little bit bigger. You can see the mess that we've got to smooth out. And here it is, off along the rock pile at the edge of the field. This is certainly a 1,000-pounder. Well, that's a pretty good sized one too. Well, Don's continuing to pull rocks and fill in and smooth the spots where she pulled them, and I'm ready to start plowing. I'm guessing we're going to turn up quite a few more rocks, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm plowing with a John Deere F-145, 4 bottom, 4 16-inch bottom plow. We put new chairs on it last year, and so it's in pretty good shape. I can get along here with this tractor and this plow, even in this rocky ground, at a pretty good clip. So we're running in 4-wheel drive with this plow. I'm in second gear, middle range, which is getting us along, well, somewhere in the vicinity of 3.5 miles an hour, which is a pretty good clip on these small acreages. This is heavy soil, a lot of clay in it, and obviously you can see the rocks. Some of these rocks were never picked. The farmers who lived here just didn't have the equipment and chose to go around them for many years. And now with our skid steer, we've been able to come in here and dig these rocks out. Almost all of them. There, you see I've tripped the closest bottom. You can see it's tipped forward. Now I'm going to back up slowly and rock it back into place. Then give just a little extra push to make sure it's set, and then we should be able to go forward and plow again. There was something under there, and I'm sure that something is a rock. There you can feel the bump when I hit a rock and trip a bottom. So when that happens, you just have to back up and rock the bottom back into place, and then you can go forward again. So this is a trip plow, a trip beam plow, a semi-mount trip beam plow. And plow it again. So it's hard to say how many years it's been since this field has been plowed. And the farmers who worked this years ago probably would have plowed up on a regular basis. There was a dairy barn right over there that was here when the current landowner bought the place, but it had collapsed. So, like many farms, they just buried it, dug a big hole and buried it. You can hear some thumping behind me and feel it all the way up through your back when you hit some of the rocks that are underneath this field. I suspect when we disc this, we're going to kick up some rocks, and we'll keep the skid steer here for going in individually and picking up the larger rocks so we don't damage the disc. So this field is about 2 miles up the road from Rolling Hills Farm. It belongs to a friend of ours, and we've been haying it for a couple of years now, maybe 3, and it's really poor quality hay. And honestly, there's not much of it. So we got soil tests done. The pH is very low, which inhibits the growth of just about anything. And so we've had about 25 tons of industrial lime delivered here. You see it in this pile. Came from a local wood plant. And this lime will be spread on the field and incorporated in with a disc to help bring that pH up to where it'll do a better job growing hay. So we've been asked, why are we using an old-time moldboard plow? Why not chisel plowing? Why aren't we doing minimum tillage? Well, you know, you cannot grow soybeans and corn in this part of the world, this close to Lake Superior. It's just, there's not enough heat units, not enough sun. So we're really just hay farming, and we only plow up these fields about once every 8 or 9 years to recondition the hay, and it doesn't stay plowed very long. In some cases, we'll replant immediately within a couple of weeks to keep the soil covered for wind and water erosion. In this case, it's going to sit open all winter long, but we'll probably have snow on this very soon, so erosion should be minimal. There, late afternoon, plowing done. Up next, it's time to spread that lime, and for that we'll be using the reconditioned New Holland 520 manure spreader and the skid steer to load that lime and get it spread on the field. And then it'll get disked in, and then we'll be ready for seeding in the spring. Thanks for watching. We'll be back doing that spreading work next. We'll see you then. What do you think, Hermie? You like this weather, don't you? Are you mousing back here?